All right, man. Getting back into the scriptures, the book of Micah, the 2nd chapter, on the 1st verse, says, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity, right, and work evil upon their beds, right, and when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand," right? And that's going to speak about the, like I've been mentioning, man, right, the so-called leaders of this society, man. All right, your hidden leaders, all right, your elite banking society and so on and so forth, the ones that be really calling the shots. All right, and they be making the legislations out there in the when they have their Bilderberg meetings out there in Switzerland. All right, when they pass their different legislations on what's going to happen. All right, pretty much what's going to happen in the state of chaos. All right, because through their chaos they create their own order, man. That's why they call it order out chaos, man, or order out chaos. That's a motto, right? Right, that was first coined by this man. What's this guy's name now, man? Aleister Crowley, man. All right, that was one of the mottos that Aleister Crowley conjured up, right? In that through the implementation, right, of chaos, right, they can find a means of controlling the people. All right, and that really was just a continuation of what this man Albert Pike had conjured up. And Albert Pike said they was pretty much gonna raise up different wars out there, especially in the Middle East, and they was gonna use the so-called Islamic State, like you have it right now. You got ISIL out there causing all kind of havoc. All right, but really those are just American government contractors, man. All right, when you you do research and all of that, man, you really find out that all of these different different groups that you got out there, that they say are causing terror, so they're terror groups and so on and so forth. They're all government contractors, man. They've all been paid off by by Esau, man. Or the same people that be devising iniquity upon their beds, man. All right. So you got it to where right now you got these so-called wars in the Middle East and so on and so forth. But that all goes back to what Albert Pike set forth, man. All right. He pretty much said it to where he was gonna have it to where the Muslims were the ones they were gonna blame, right, for setting up certain terrorist attacks and so on and so forth. All right, but in so doing, they passed legislation off of the back of that, man, taking away your rights from you, man. All right, taking away certain privileges that you don't realize right up until the time when the next so-called false flag comes into play. All right, and that's why the scripture says, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity upon their bed." One of the legislations that they passed, right underneath your nose, was the fact that after a certain period of time, they're gonna have it to where that mark of the beast, the RFID chip, was gonna become mandatory, man. Right under the Obamacare. Right now, I know that's all the way out there in America and so on and so forth. And you got different brothers out there watching it in the different parts of the world. But what do we know through the scriptures, man? The scripture says Babylon, right, has been a golden cup in the hand of the Most High. Meaning to say, all of the different philosophies that you have from off of the back of America, all right, you have it to where that gets pulled out onto the different nations, man. So you have homosexuality is one, right? You got all kind of legislation being passed so you can have a man marry another man and a woman marry another woman. That gets passed in America, man. All right, the what's the word? Matriarchal. Word slips me, the tongue twister and that. All right, but really, pretty much having a man as a dominant, right, a person within the family. All right. That's the thing of the past right now, man. That's why you got all kind of monsters being raised up right now. You got these little niggas out here, man. All right, causing all kind of havoc for all of the different people, man. All right, causing all kind of havoc for their own parents and so on and so forth. But that's because the so-called white man, with the help of Eve, right, has completely destroyed the so-called black family household. But really, that goes back onto the curse where the Most High said, man. All right, the tender and delicate woman from amongst you, all right, her eye is gonna be evil towards her husband. So that's why you ain't got no so-called black families out there, man. All right, you ain't got no strong so-called black, Hispanic, right, and Native American communities out there, because the community really starts, and they're gonna take that and twist that, but the community, right, or social structure for the benefit of not using that word community, right? The so-called Hispanics, Native American, and Negro, right, social structure was basically implemented by way. When you go back into the history, it would have been implemented by way of the scriptures, right? And that would have been implemented by the man, All right, and that's been completely taken down, man. And that's another wicked device that Esau has put into play, man. All right, but getting back onto this guy, Albert Pike, all right, he wanted to set it up to where, right, they was going to create all kind of chaos, right, and they was going to blame it out there on just like how they're doing right now, man, on them Muzzies, man. All right, and by way of doing that, man, they was going to wreak havoc, all right, within the earth, man. All right, and by wreaking havoc, they was going to attain, right, their so-called New World Order, which is basically the same, you know, it's like the left-hand version of what the Most High is going to set forth, man. Right? They're going to depopulate. The Most High says in the scriptures, man, there's going to be tons and tons of people that are going to drop dead, man. They're going to be killed off, man. All right? All right? They was going to have their own, you know, kingdom and society that's going to be set up, and people was going to be under subjection and so on and so forth. The Most High is going to set that up. Right? But the only difference is you're going to have it to where Israelites, Jake, right, the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans are going to be in rulership, right? And all the other people upon the earth, they're going to be, you know, they're going to be subjects unto them. And we ain't going to do it by no hyper-technological means. We're going to do it the old school way, baby. We're going to do it the old school way, right, of getting a rod and smashing it against someone's head, man. That's how we're going to do it. And we read the book of Revelations, the 2nd chapter and the 25th verse, right? It tells you a bit about that. All right? This is the book of Revelations, the 2nd chapter, right? And the 25th verse. It says, "For that which ye have already, hold fast until I come." So what do you have already? You got the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, Yahweh Shai, right? The Most High is saying, hold fast until the Lord comes back, all right? Until the Lord comes back and He establishes Jerusalem as a praise upon the earth, all right? But really, the minute really when the Most High, really when the Most High sends His Son Yahweh Shai, like it's spoken about in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, all right? Pretty much in that same instance, in that same breath, He's going to be having it to where the men of the Lord is going to be raised up. They're going to be given those celestial bodies, right? And with that, you know, the taking down of these kingdoms. When you go into the book of Job, it says, the saints shall take the kingdom, all right? All right? Meaning to say the Most High is going to have it to where His saints, which are the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, they were going to take the kingdom. We're going to bring down Esau society, right? And we was going to set up another one, man. And we're going to read that in the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter, on the 44th verse. You know I'm going off on the topic anyway, but guess what, man? The Spirit has it sometimes that happens. You just go, you know, weave in and weave out different topics, man, based on off of what the Spirit wants to come out, man. All right? This is the book of Revelations, the 2nd chapter, on the 25th verse. It says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast until I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, right? And as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father." So, just like how you have a potter, right? And he makes a pot in that, man, right? A clay pot, right? You call them I forget, you know, ceramics and all of that, man. Right, that's what they know today. That's just like how you have that. That's how the Most High likened unto this people, man. Right, and he's fashioning them to where when we get onto the other side, man, or rather more when we're still on this side, right, we're taking this kingdom and ultimately get onto the other side. We're gonna have it to where we can do whatever we want, even to breaking these people, man, as if they were like a clay vessel, man. Right, which is a damn beautiful thing. The Most High is gonna flip it to where our enemies, right, the same gutter, right? So you got out here in which are in our land right now, right? Right, that the ruler's kingdom is gonna have it to where our enemies are gonna bow down, and if they refuse to bow down, they're gonna be broken, man. They're gonna be broken into shivers, man. All right, that's a damn beautiful thing. All right, so it says here, I'm gonna read that again. Right, Revelations, the 2nd chapter, on the 25th verse. "But that which ye have already, hold fast until I come. He that overcometh what?" Right, you got some people that getting into, you know, that get into money, right, and they completely lose their minds. Right, you got certain guys, you know, they're down for this truth. Right, they find a woman, all of a sudden you don't hear from these guys, man. All right, you got other guys that be committing adultery with other men's women and all of that, man. That's all out, man. All right. That's out and contrary to the scriptures. And if you don't overcome that, which is the lust of this world spoken about in the scriptures and that, man, you don't overcome that, man. All right. Guess what? The Most High is gonna destroy you, man.
8 months ago as well.
Sorry.
Are you not on Al Jazeera yet?
I don't follow. Sorry.
We were doing this 8 months ago in this exact position.
I
remember.
I do this all the time.
What is it? To yourself, or do you want people to hear, or is it for a?
If you want to have questions, you can be on that side.
You're not working for Al Jazeera yet.
I don't follow. Are you having a joke about it? Is this not?
I listened a little bit 8 months ago.
Right.
Half a second, maybe I got the wrong channel.
Maybe you got the wrong impression
What
of what
would
I'm
you say?
doing. I'm merely just reading the scriptures, right? And showing you that your society is getting ready to be destroyed. You seeing what happening on the news right now with the
You must watch that. You must follow your own bright ideas and make a new society. Reality sucks.
Well, the scriptures.
Imagination, John Lennon said, is
what the scriptures say, right?
The scriptures tell you that reality is not real.
Well, the scriptures tell you, right? Right, you're not supposed to follow your own opinion, and out of the heart comes forth deceitfulness.
You're supposed to follow love and your own
what is love?
Imagination.
What is love?
The goodness that comes from inside of you.
No,
the good feeling. You make a better future. People
that's
like
not
you
exactly
and me,
correct.
We make a better
that's
future
not exactly correct.
by not looking at the messes around us, but by building according to
scriptures.
John Lennon.
The scriptures say, right? And John Lennon didn't make you.
Jesus said, "Turn other cheek," which means don't give evil attention. Dude, that's really
See, man, you didn't even reason. You just blurted out some lyrics from that you heard on.
Energy. You don't feel good when you give all the crap attention. You must follow your good feeling.
What is love in accordance to the scriptures?
God is inside you.
No, I am a God, but I am not the God.
You are power.
I am a power. The scriptures say that, but I am not the power.
God is in you. God is not up there.
Yeah, but there is another power. There's a higher level to it.
The other part of your soul, the whole of you, is up there. We are here in
you need to lay off of that hippie stuff, man.
No, it's not hippie stuff.
Where you from? Where you from? You're from South Africa. All right, okay. I don't, I don't think you're part of my people anyway. No apply to you, you know. All right, getting back onto the scriptures. All right. It says, "But that which you have already, you hope fast until I come." And I wanted to bring out Jude. I think I wanted to bring out the book of Jude. All right. Yeah, this is the book of Jude, the first chapter, right? And it says, "The servant of Jude, the servant of Yahushua, right, Mashiach, right? It says, the brother of James, and to them that are sanctified by the Most High, right, as the Father, and preserved in Yahushua, and called, all right." So, man. The scriptures is deep, man. Because what he's just pretty much said there, man, it says, this letter, all right, is going out to the brothers that are in the fold, right? It ain't going out to other people, right? It's said to them that are sanctified. What does sanctify mean, man? It means separated, right? But he just didn't say sanctified, man. It goes on to say to them that are sanctified, preserved, right, and called, man, right? So then that was separated and called, man, all right? Which alludes to what? Where it speaks about in the book of Romans, the 11th chapter and the 7th verse, where it talks about pretty much it talks about who the Most High has opened their. Matter of fact, let me get that out, man. All right, it's gonna be in the book of Romans. Bear with me. Right, I remember it now. Right, the book of Romans, the 11th chapter. Romans, the 11th chapter and the 7th verse, it says, "What then? Israel hath not obtained that which it seeketh for." So you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, you got a zeal for the Most High, like it says in the Romans, the 13th chapter or the 10th verse or something like that. Right, you have a zeal for the Most High, but yeah, I have it according to knowledge, man. So you be getting into all, you got Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans out there. They be getting into all kind of different kind of, information and philosophies out there. All right, because they have a zeal, they have a burning desire because which goes back onto what the word zeal means, like a burning desire, man. All right, they have a zeal for the for the Most High, but they don't have it according to knowledge. All right, it says because they but has not obtained that which is seeking for. So they have a zeal, that burning desire, that seeking. Right, but they don't. What they find and hold steadfast to is not the truth, man. All right. It says, hath not obtained that which is seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, right? And the rest were blinded. So the elect of the Most High, all right, have obtained that knowledge, wisdom, and knowledge and understanding, right? And it says there, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them a spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, ears that they should not hear, right? Unto this day, right? It says, and David said, let the table become a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Right, which goes into the fact when they go into you got certain dudes that start studying out here, right, and they become uber Israelites, man, them super duper righteous people, man, right? But ultimately they're going off, man, because you can't. First and foremost, right, the scripture says you gotta keep the law, all right. But it tells you also that all righteousness is as filthy rags. You got some uber righteous guys out here, man. All right, that, you know, they grew up, they learned under the elders for 5 years. Now they catch themselves going up against the elders, man. All right, that's completely out of order. All right, and then just what that goes back to the election, man. Because the Most High is gonna have it to where even when they come into you, even when you get a Jake so-called waking up onto this truth and that, man, right? You're gonna have it to where they can wake up to this truth. But if they want not off the elect, even how they're studying is gonna trap him up, man. All right, that's why it's recommended, man. You go deep, but not so deep that you get yourself caught out there, man. All right. Getting back onto the point, getting back onto the Book of Jude, brother, because I'm, you know, there's all kind of points I'm, you know, jumping on here and there. It says, but mercy unto you and peace and love be multiplied. It says, beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you, right, and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was delivered unto us the saints. It says, for certain men have crept in unawares, right, and it says, who before of old had ordained the condemnation, ungodly men, right, turning the grace of the Most High into lasciviousness, right, denying the Lord, right, the power, and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach. It says, and therefore putting into remembrance, though you once knew how the Lord, having saved the people of Egypt, afterwards destroyed them that believe not. All right. Now there was there was a point that I wanted to I thought that was going to be in there, but I think it's in the book of Timothy, where he pretty much talks about but see, you know, even the book of Jude even touches slightly on that, but in I believe it's in 2 Peter's or 1 Peter's, it talks about how, you know, you're going to have dudes out there, all right, that they're going to be taking, you know, that they're going to, really, like it says in the book of Jude, man, they're going to take this truth, right, and turn it into something, you know, corruptible, man. All right, but that's why that's why the scripture says to them that overcome it, because that's not overcoming the world, man. See, their heart is, you know, the minds of them kind of people there, man. They've been destroyed with the, you know, with the gifts, right, and the liberty that comes with this society. All right, like it says in the scriptures, something to the effect of, right, a gift destroyeth the heart. So they get all of this kind of pay, you know, the pay change that Esau gives them, and they think they're on some kind of level, right, to where they, you know, they start going up against the elders. They go up, start, you know, making all kind of different doctrine up, like, you know, what you call it, the Day of Atonement is a feast day and so on and so forth, man. All right, that's not, you know, that's the guys that didn't overcome this world, man. All right, and you got it to where right now, you know, people gonna be, you know, most likely gonna have it to where people gonna start being revealed, man. All right, but getting back onto the scriptures, man, this is the book of Revelation, 25th chapter, the second verse in the 25th chapter. It's, but that which you have already, hold fast until I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken, even as I have sheep from my fathers, man. And that's talking about you Edomites, all right? They're going to be broken into shepherds, man, all right? And we can see that in different places within the scriptures, namely, you can go to the, I'm going to hold that book into, still holding the book of Micah, where it talks about war and destruction, because this is speaking about the same thing, man. Right? When you see the Most High and how the Most High is going to flip the tables over, right? Right now we're in, you know, all kind of hardcore slavery under, you know, under the so-called white man. Right? You got to get up in the morning, you got to go work for Esau and all of that, man. All right? You know, you work for next to nothing, all of that, man. All right, the Most High is gonna have it to where that's gonna come to an end. All right, but what comes after, like I quoted Daniel the 2nd chapter on the 44th verse. What's gonna come after, man? It's gonna be a damn beautiful thing, man. It's gonna be the kingdom of the Most High, right? With these heathens that are gonna be in subjection. All right, this is Daniel the 2nd chapter on the 44th verse. It says, in the days of these kings shall the Most High set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed. The kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right. So that's that's with reference to the dream that Daniel had, man. Where you had the 4 principal kingdoms are gonna be set up. All right. The Babylonians, the Persians, right. Rather more the Babylonians, which was them Hamitic nations. All right. And their thing was splendor, man. Right, that's why they was when you had the Nebula dream, their thing was gold, man. Their part of the body was golden, man, because of the splendor that you had in the Babylonian kingdom. All right, but they were relatively small in comparison to the three kingdoms, the 3 different societies that followed thereafter. After them, you had the Medo-Persian Empire, which was represented by silver. All right, which is stronger than gold. Right, so they had a greater military presence than the so-called Babylonians, all right, but they had less splendor, all right. And as you go down onto you had the Greco-Roman Empire, all right. I believe that was Zion, all right. And then you had the Renaissance of the Greco-Roman Empire, that the scripture says, it had in the book of Revelations, the 12th chapter, it says it had a deadly wound, right. Right, but he had, but that great dragon came back up again, man. Which that great dragon was the Roman Empire, which is the society that you live in right now, man. You just live in the renaissance of the Greco-Roman Empire, man. All right, that's why you vote. All right, that's why you have the same monetary system. All right, because whenever Esau